In your medicine cabinet, you might have found their logo. On your television, you saw their commercials. Their corporate slogan was preserving the health of the people. They were Umbrella, the world's largest pharmaceutical conglomerate with products in every home. But behind this friendly mask of public health was a secret, a rotten core dedicated to creating monsters, plagues, and biological weapons for the highest bidder. This isn't just the story of a corrupt company. It's the story of how three men's ambition unleashed a nightmare that would bring the world to its knees. The story of the Umbrella Corporation is a story of betrayal, built on a foundation of lies. To understand how it all went so wrong, we have to go back to its three founding fathers: Lord Oswell E. Spencer, the aristocratic visionary; Sir Edward Ashford, the noble scientist; and Dr. James Marcus, the brilliant but obsessive virologist. Their journey together began with a single mythic discovery, a discovery that would either grant humanity immortality or burn it to the ground. In the 1962nd, the three men were united by a shared dark interest in eugenics. Spencer in particular dreamed of creating a new, superior race of humans, with himself as their immortal god. The key to his vision was a legend he'd found in old encyclopedias: a flower in West Africa called the Stairway of the Sun, said to grant superhuman abilities. In 1966, their expedition found it. The flower contained a unique retrovirus they named Progenitor. It had the power to rewrite DNA, but it was incredibly lethal. Almost everyone it infected died horribly. To his partners, Spencer sold a simple vision: tame this virus, and they would become rich beyond their wildest dreams. But for Spencer, the money was just a means to an end. The true goal was never just profit. It was to fund his twisted utopia. And to achieve that, he needed a company, a public front with a friendly face to hide the monstrous research happening in the shadows. In 1968, Umbrella Pharmaceuticals was officially born. Publicly, Umbrella was a triumph. It became a global household name, selling everything from medicine to cosmetics. This legitimate business empire provided the perfect cover and near limitless funding for their secret work, the T-Virus Project. Secret labs were built across the globe. The Arklay Research Facility was constructed beneath a sprawling, trap-filled mansion designed by George Trevor, an architect Spencer later had murdered to protect its secrets. Dr. Marcus was given his own executive training facility outside Raccoon City, a town Umbrella itself helped build and essentially owned. But this empire was built on a fractured foundation. The three founders had wildly different goals. Ashford wanted to use Progenitor to help humanity. Marcus was obsessed with the science itself, and Spencer wanted it all. The first founder fell just months after Umbrella's creation. In July 1968, Edward Ashford died in a convenient lab accident. With the company's moral compass gone, Spencer turned his attention to his other partner. He let Marcus make the breakthrough. In 1977, by combining Progenitor with leech DNA, Marcus created the first true strain of the tyrant virus, or T-virus, but Spencer had no intention of sharing the credit. In 1988, Spencer sent two of Marcus's own students, the brilliant prodigies Albert Wesker and William Birkin, to assassinate him and steal his life's work. With both his partners gone, Lord Spencer now had sole control of Umbrella and its deadliest creations. With Wesker and Birkin now leading research at the Arklay lab, the BOW program accelerated. They refined Marcus's stolen T-virus, creating horrifying and iconic creatures: the Cerberus dogs, the reptilian hunters, and their ultimate goal, the Tyrant, a towering, intelligent super soldier. While Wesker managed the lab, Birkin was secretly working on his own project, using a strain of the virus found in the endlessly mutating body of test subject Lisa Trevor. He created something far more terrifying, the Golgotha virus, or G-virus. Unlike the T-virus, which created sterile mutants, the G-virus could create new life forms capable of breeding, a true self-propagating plague. For 10 years, Umbrella's power grew unchecked. They sold their weapons to the US military and rogue states alike, their influence spreading through governments like a virus. But deep in the abandoned training facility, something was stirring. The leeches that consumed Dr. Marcus's body had absorbed his DNA, his memories, and his burning desire for revenge. In 1998, that revenge began. The fall of Umbrella began with a single act of vengeance. The resurrected James Marcus unleashed the T-virus in the Arklay Mountains, leading to the Mansion incident in July of 1998. The STARS team contained the threat, but the truth was out. 2 months later, the virus found its way into Raccoon City. The city Umbrella had built became its tomb. In a matter of days, 100,000 people were dead or undead. The disaster was too big to hide, too catastrophic to deny. The US government, a one-time client, was forced to act. They quarantined the city and ultimately destroyed it with a missile strike to stop the spread. They immediately suspended all of Umbrella's business activities in the US and froze their assets. The company was crippled, but not dead. But before telling you more, if you're enjoying this video and want more lore about Resident Evil, please subscribe and give a like so the algorithm can do his thing. Now, the final nail in the coffin came from within. In 2003, as Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine led an assault on Umbrella's last major stronghold in Russia, Albert Wesker, long thought dead, infiltrated the facility. He stole every last piece of their research data. He then anonymously leaked this data to the courts, providing undeniable proof of Umbrella's crimes. Hit with lawsuits from the families of the Raccoon City victims and exposed to the world, the company's stock plummeted. Umbrella declared bankruptcy, its assets were seized, and its empire crumbled into dust. In the end, Umbrella wasn't just brought down by heroes. It was devoured by the same greed, betrayal, and ambition that created it. Spencer's dream of a new world died with his company, but his legacy of terror was only just beginning. With Umbrella's collapse, its deadly research was scattered to the winds, sold on the black market to terrorists and rogue nations, kicking off a new global age of bioterrorism. The Umbrella was broken, but the storm was far from over. In this next video, I'll tell you more about the lore of Las Plagas and where they came from. See you there.